Hey everybody, Eric here from Eric in the Wild, and I have some exciting news for you guys. Not only did it snow last night, but Fujifilm dropped the X-T4 announcement 2 days ago. And that means I can share some hands-on first impressions with you guys. A lot of us have that X-H1 or that X-T3, so the question is, did Fuji do enough with the X-T4 to warrant an upgrade? Well, I've thought about it. I've boiled it down into 7 reasons why you should consider upgrading to the X-T4. Number 1, IBIS. They put a stabilizer in the X-T4. Can you believe that? How did they fit it into the X-T body? I mean, I loved it in the X-H1, but I didn't think that they could get it in the same size body as the X-T3, but they did. And on top of that, this stabilizer is good. It's rated at 6.5 stops for 18 out of 29 of their lenses. For the other 11 lenses, this is a 5-stop image stabilizer. Now, this is really a game changer, and it's one of the main reasons why I chose the X-H1 over the X-T3. Now that it's in that compact X-T4 body with all of the benefits that come from that X-T3, this is going to be a really great camera. Number 2, a new shutter. Now, Fujifilm already makes some of the best shutters out there, but they managed to make the X-T4 shutter 30% more quiet than that X-T3 shutter. And on top of that, this new shutter unlocked 15 frames per second burst mode in the mechanical shutter mode, while still retaining the 20 frames per second electronic shutter, or even up to 30 frames per second if you're willing to do that 1.25 crop. Now, on top of that, this new shutter is rated for a longer life. Now, kind of the standard would be 200,000 clicks, whereas this new shutter raises it up to 300,000. So think about that when considering this upgrade. You will get a little more life out of this X-T4. Number 3, video. Now, Fuji has been really making some steps forward in their video game. With the X-T4, you still retain that 4K 60 frames per second with 400 megabits per second bitrate. But in the X-T4, you're going to get 240 frames per second full HD 1080p video. So you can make some really cool super slow-mo video with the X-T4. Now on top of that, with the addition of the in-body image stabilization, you can really make some great handheld videos. Now that really makes this camera much more versatile than the X-T3, and it puts it above the X-H1 because although they both have in-body image stabilization, the X-T4 can shoot at higher bit rates and higher frames per second. Now, on top of that, Fuji claims to have tweaked the autofocus a little bit, and you'll notice that this autofocus system is even better than it was in the X-T3 or the X-T30. So you can get even stickier video on your subject. Number 4, autofocus. As I just mentioned, Fuji kind of upgraded their algorithm. Now it takes into account color and the shape of a subject to give you even better tracking. Now, the X-T3 and the X-T30 were pretty good, but I can tell you the X-T4 is even better, which is pretty impressive. Number 5, a fully articulating LCD screen. Now, a lot of us have been asking for this because it really opens up some new perspectives. You can shoot high with the screen flipped down, you can shoot low with the screen flipped up, and you can flip the screen 180 degrees to look at yourself, which is very useful in vlogging and making videos. Now, apart from the articulation of this screen, they also upgraded the resolution. You go from about 1.04 million dots to 1.62 million dots. Now, that's a big upgrade in quality. So you'll be able to review your videos and images at a higher quality than you did before. Number 6, ergonomics. Now, I prefer the grip of the X-H1 in comparison to the X-T3, and I'm happy to tell you that they did deepen the grip on this X-T4, which will help with larger and heavier lenses. On top of that, they changed the material of the eye cup, so it won't fall off or move around so easily. Now, they also changed some of the options on the top knobs. On the left side, you'll find an option for shooting in HDR mode. And on the right, you'll find a default for stills or movie, which will help you switch easily between these two modes. Number 7, the battery. Fuji did it, they upgraded the battery. This is so awesome because the X-T3 was rated at 390 shots. Now in comparison, Fuji has rated the X-T4's battery at 500 shots in normal mode, and you can even push that to 600 shots in eco mode, putting it really in the same ballpark as what the other competitors are now offering. Now, I must say that Fuji decided to stay with the same 26 megapixel X-Trans sensor that you'll find on the X-T3 or the X-T30, which is pretty great, but you won't find any improvements there in image quality. And one of the biggest bummers is that they remove the external headphone jack. So you're going to have to use a dongle from USB-C to your headphones. Now, luckily they include one in the box, but we would have liked to see that jack stay on the camera. So what can we say about all this? Well, the X-T4 is launching at $1699, which is $200 more than what the X-T3 launched at. But you're getting a lot more features for that price. Now, that being said, the X-T3 can be found between $1,100 and $1,300 now, or even $900 used. So there is a big difference between, say, the used X-T3 and the new X-T4 in price. However, you're going to have to ask yourself, are these new features like in-body image stabilization, autofocus, a new shutter, improved ergonomics, the fully articulating LCD screen, and the updated video capabilities, is that enough for the upgrade for you? Now, for me, I think that's a game changer. I think having in-body image stabilization alone in a camera is already leaps and bounds better. Now, the X-T4 with this price point is also now in the same range as things like the Sony a7 III or the R3 even, or some of the Nikon Z6 or the Canon EOS R. So you're going to have to really ask yourself, is the APS-C sensor enough for you against these full-frame competitors? Now, I think the X-T4 is an incredibly great camera, and if you want to stick with Fuji, you will be more than happy with this X-T4. Now, should you upgrade from your X-T3 or your X-H1? I would say go for it. I think it combines the best of both of those cameras into a new camera and even gives you some additional features. So I think Fuji really did a great thing with this. I love the battery life. I love that you can get super slow-mo, and I love this in-body image stabilization. I hope this review helped you guys. If you guys are still here, please subscribe. That helps me a bunch. I really like these videos, but help me help you. So give me that thumbs up, subscribe. I got some more videos coming out, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it will help you in making your decisions.